So if you don't know, or if you haven't heard, Peter Quillin, Peter Kid Chocolate Quillin, is supposed to be taking on a fighter by the name of Michael Zerafa, who is 17-1 with 9 KOs, if I'm correct. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live, and I cover every single major fight live. Of course, fans are saying, well, since the draw against Andy Lee in a fight where a lot of fans felt that he should have won that fight, meaning Andy Lee was the underdog. A draw for a guy like Andy Lee against Peter Quillin is a win for Andy Lee. So Andy Lee is going on to bigger and better things, taking on Billy Joe Saunders, and then the winner of that may go after Golovkin or may have to get Peter Quillin again. So did I say this already? But I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live at RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. The fight is going to take place on September the 12th, 2015, on the undercard of Charlo versus Bundrich. I believe the Charlo versus Bundrich title fight is going to actually be the main event. It's going to be a midday card, and a lot of fans are saying, you know what, why Peter Quillin not fighting Danny Jacobs? Well, Danny Jacobs just had his fight against Sergio Mora August the 1st, and getting in there against a fighter like Peter Quillin in October, you know, is a little, you know, it's cutting it. So it's a fight that I've heard is going to happen in 2016, meaning Danny Jacobs versus Peter Quillin. But as it stands right now, I'm looking at this as being Peter Quillin getting a nice solid win under his belt. Now, who is Michael Zerafa? I don't know. You know, we do know that he lost to Michael Dumendorf. I don't want to keep messing up his name, but basically he fought a few weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago. So meaning Magomedov, I believe that's correct. He fought a couple of weeks ago, but I look at it like this, you know, it's just a showcase fight. It's just a fight for Peter Quillin to make a little bit of money. It's just a fight for Peter Quillin to, you know, show off his talents, I guess. You know, it's a showcase fight. There's really not too much to talk about this fight, except the fact that we know that he has to fight a major fight, you know, after that, if it's Danny Jacobs or whoever. If the Danny Jacobs fight were to happen, I would say it would happen probably in like March or something like that. Because we don't even know if Peter Quillin can still make 160 pounds. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this fight, let me see what's the most that Zerafa has ever weighed in at. I wouldn't be surprised. You're not going to show me one, yeah. So he's a natural 160 pounder. You might even say he's a super welterweight, a 154 pounder, because I'm looking on BoxRec. Thank you for BoxRec. You know, and no, I didn't get the source from BoxRec. These people, man. But when I'm looking at, you know, from his weight, he's not a big guy. Peter Quillin, in my opinion, may be a natural 168-pound fighter right now, you know, just my opinion. But with Peter Quillin, you know, oh yeah, I forgot. Peter Quillin wouldn't have been able to win the title from Andy Lee anyway. So, you know, Andy Lee had won, you know, on the scales and, you know, got that draw, which is like a win for Andy Lee. But now I'm thinking to myself, can Peter Quillin even make 160 pounds? So I'm thinking that this fight may be at a catch weight of like a 161, maybe 162. Don't hold me to it. But it's going to be interesting to see, you know, Peter Quillin fight naturally at 160 pounds again. Because for some reason, you know, I think he's, I mean, I don't know. He just don't see, it just comes across that he may have some issues making that weight. So, September the 12th, 2015, you're going to have Peter Quillin versus Michael Zerafa on, what is that? What is that? Oh, PBC on NBC, a midday card. And remember, on the same on the same day, September the 12th, you're going to have, let me go through the fights that day. Charlo versus Bundrich, Quillin versus Zerafa, Martirosyan versus Smith, Grills versus Jack, Martinez versus Salido 2, and then Mayweather versus Berto. So between PBC on NBC, the Showtime pre-fight card, and then the Mayweather card that we got to pay $75 for if you're paying for it, we're getting those fights. I am T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live at RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.